I went to breakfast with my friend Amber, and she was like, guess what? I said, what? She's like, I'm in love! And literally just like that, if you have seen Amber be Amber, it was arms open, I'm in love and I don't care who knows. It was one of those like movie quotes I just couldn't believe.
The Amber and James love story. Well, you know, they kept me in the dark a lot because I think they were nervous.
She's like, do you remember that guy? Like, you guess who it is? And so I'm like listing these people that we've had in common. And I said James at one point. And she was like, yes, it's him. I was just like, but I thought you hated him. Like, wait a second.
She didn't tell me about the first time she met him. She kind of kept a lot of things secret, and because out of respect too.
Maybe they thought I wouldn't support it, but are you kidding? I would have supported this from day one. I'm not trying to get emotional, but this is making me so happy.
They met at Long Beach and Willow at Nadine's store.
About 9 years ago, I had recovered from cancer and was pretty depressed, had a ton of money saved up, and was looking to move up to Seattle to start all over.
And then one day, he came into the store, he was picking up boxes, and I was surprised. Found him very attractive. Auntie Nate kind of got mad. Well, at the time, she was Nadine.
When Amber was working for me, Jimmy would, of course, come into my store, and he developed a huge crush on her, as how could he not? She's adorable.
And she told Nadine that she thought James was hot. So
I remember the first time she spoke, I was like, whoa, that's a lot of intensity in that voice.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can I get for you today?
Since he walked into my store and saw her, he's been in love with her.
I would go to your store all the time. One of the things I would do is I would drive from my dad's house in Orange County all the way up to Long Beach and Willow, about a 45-minute drive. I'd go in. If you were there or not, I never knew. I'd order a hot chocolate, because I wasn't really doing coffee yet. And I would sit in the lobby and read a book, stare at you while you worked.
then they were working together, and from this point is when I started to hear like his name kind of come up, but from what I knew, they were it's just her coworker James, and I met him once.
And that's when I really fell in love, hard.
And I remember sometimes he tried to be, act like he was annoyed with her when they worked together. And I remember thinking in my head, you so love this girl. I mean, I never said it to him because I didn't want to embarrass him, but just little gripey things that were just kind of silly, like little kids chasing each other on the playground when you hit somebody. He's like, oh, I don't like her. She got on my nerves today at work. I'm like, oh wow, you seem to complain a lot about Miss Amber. I think you're in love with her. I mean, I never said that, but I thought it in my head. And I remember saying something to Ran.
Yeah, one morning, Ran and I were opening together, and I don't know how it came up, but Amber's name came up. And I was like, you know I'm crazy about Amber, right? Ran said, what? I said, I am super crazy into Amber. Ran, yeah, I can see that. You two are going to end up together. Like, I know you're both great. You're going to end up together. It's going to be beautiful.
He would tell me feelings he had, thoughts that we should be together, or I don't remember exactly what you would say to me. But I basically told James, you cannot talk to me like that. We are coworkers. I have a boyfriend. We need to keep it professional. He'd follow her to the parking lot. He would tell her how much he loved her, and she just, oh my gosh, he won't leave me alone, and I can't believe that he knows I'm in a relationship. He can't, how can he keep doing this to me? But he was so adamant. He's like, okay, I'll respect that, but just know that every time I draw a star, so he'd draw these stars, and you find them, just know that I was thinking about you. And so there were stars everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, they would be under a picture, or it would be in a register, or it would be in the safe, or it would be in the locker, or it would be taped to a window, or it'd be, and he thinks of me, thought of me everywhere.
I told her how I felt. I told her how much she meant to me. I told her that I think you're the girl for me. I'd really like to give this a shot. She said no. She turned me down. I believe that was the second time she turned me down. And she asked me that day, you know, I have a boyfriend, you have a girlfriend. Like, don't you think about that? Don't you worry about that? And I told her, with you, it's just you. You're the only person. Like, when I'm with you, no one else exists. And it's like, I know this is something special. She didn't agree at the time, so after that moment, I was pretty crushed, and basically felt like it wasn't going to happen.
I don't know that I'm strong enough, and I commend him. I don't think I would have been strong enough to look at my life and say, leap of faith, here we go. Everything's going to ride on this decision because she's worth it. She's the one. She's the one that I've wanted. I mean, and to believe your heart that much, I mean, good on him. I don't think anybody lives that way, you know? It's like, this is my heart, and I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I don't care what the consequences are. If I don't do it, I will regret this for the rest of my life.
I was scared. I felt like it was too close of a call, and I got myself transferred out of the store and went to another store, but would constantly check on Facebook to see pictures of him or status updates or any photos, wondering about how his life was.
I'm going to fast forward to when Amber was available. So Amber's single.
She's like, James was the first person I thought of. I mean, for someone to be the first person you think of when you are able to think of someone else, it has to mean something.
She tells me about how she regrets all these opportunities that she could have had with special people, and she brought up James, and I was like, I remember James. You talked about James. I know him. And then she said, but I don't know, he's in a relationship, like I shouldn't mess with him. And I was like, well, you can just ask. And so Amber sent him a message.
So in my message to James, I told him, I said, I have so many regrets. I really should have given you a chance. I wish, things could have been differently. I don't know what's going on. If you're in a happy relationship, then just ignore this message. But if you're not, I'd love the chance to date you. And going, I thought the James I knew would reply back, but I went like 3 weeks without hearing back from James, and so I was devastated. I felt like, okay, I put myself out there, and he must be happy, and so I kind of, grieved the fact that I missed my chance,
He didn't see her message for about a month.
Apparently, what was going on is he had to figure out, oh my gosh, like, Amber Stack, this is my woman, like, this is the person I pined for. And she's emailed me or messaged me saying there's a chance, like, but here he is living with someone, he's been in a committed relationship. I mean, that's huge to change your entire life on a chance that this might work out. But that's how strongly he felt about Amber, that he had to take a few days to gather his thoughts, gather what was happening, and then he called her and was like, we should get together.
That day we officially started dating, I think a week and a half, 2 weeks till I moved in. And then about 2 months after that, I proposed. And
which even seemed too long to wait.
It did. It did.
Ever since both of them have been like so happy, and they both like look like something like a miracle has happened to them, and they're just really happy, and you can see it. And then when I look at them, I'm like, that's love. Like, that's what you see in the movies. That's what people are singing about. And it's really sweet. Oh, emotional.
These two people deserve to be together. They are good, wonderful people, and people like that deserve the most happiness they could ever find, and they have it, and it's going to be an amazing life together. It's already seems like it's been so amazing, and it's only just been a few months, but it's gonna be incredible.
It was so cute. She, at the end of our conversation, she's like, I just want to scream. Like, I just want to yell and dance and sing. And I don't do this in public, but I just want to be me, because I love me when I'm with him. And he loves me because of who I am. And I just want to make him happy because that's how he makes me feel. And I truly